If you ever want to freak out an introverted salesperson, tell them they have to make a cold call. That's what we're covering today, how to make cold sales calls. Hey, it's Tom Jacobs. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. I'm really glad that you're here. If you're new to the channel, it's all about presentation, performance, and profits. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that little button right there. That way you get notified every time new content is published. And I do publish every Tuesday and Friday at 12 noon Eastern time. So every week you get fresh new content to make your business better. So let's dive into the content today. How to make cold sales call. Nothing used to scare me. Well, okay, let's be honest. Nothing still scares me like having to make cold sales calls. And if you're anything like myself, empathetic, introverted salesperson, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, you have all those voices kind of going through your head. Oh my gosh, what if they get mad at me? What if I interrupted their dinner? What if? Well, guess what? You're never gonna know unless you make that phone call. If you're wanting your business to grow, well, the hard truth is you're gonna have to make some cold sales calls. I've actually put a few things together to help you get into the right mindset to make those cold sales calls. And actually, I put them together for myself to remind me what I need to do to get geared up to actually make those cold sales calls. First of all, you gotta get your head on straight. There's nothing worse than having that negative self-talk just kind of go blah, 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 and psych you out about not wanting to make those calls. And it's kind of our negative bias already about talking about what could go wrong. So what I've always done is started to make a handwritten list about all the great things that could happen when I'm making those phone calls, because history has shown me, and I tend to forget every once in a while, and I'm sure you're about the same as well, that great things have happened when you've gone outside your comfort zone and you've actually done things that have scared you a little bit, but in the end, they actually worked out really, really well. I mean, think about making that connection with new people on the phone, new people that you can actually help and that would benefit from your service. When we can overwhelm our brain with all the positive things that can happen from making these phone calls, all that negative self-talk will get quieter and quieter and quieter. And then it's going to be a lot easier to pick up the phone, dial the phone number, and have a great conversation with the person on the other end. But I have a quick question for you right now. What are some of the things that go through your head when you're gearing up to make those cold sales calls? I'd love to hear the comments below, and I'd love to hear the counter, the positive side of it as well. So whatever that negative self-talk is, but also what could be the positive that is an outcome of making that phone call. So just post some comments below. I'd love to hear your comments. All right, the second thing that I always do after I get my head on straight, I always want to make sure that I have a script. And it's not that I'm going to read word for word, but I want to make sure that I have all my thoughts organized and I know the flow of the conversation. There's nothing worse than being on a phone call and not knowing what to say when the person answers the phone. And then going, and you have all these filler words, and then they're like getting really bored with you, and then they end up hanging up, and then you're going, oh, see, they were upset with me. Well, the fact was that you just weren't prepared with a script so that you knew exactly how to take control of that conversation from the very beginning. The most important part of that script is the opener. You want to make sure that you grab the person's attention, that you're taking immediate control of the conversation, and make that person feel like it was a great idea to answer the phone in the first place. Now, I do have a resource on how to warm up cold calls so that these cold calls that you're making aren't all that cold. So if you want to grab that resource, it's a PDF, just click on the link below and I'm happy to send that over to you. The third point, and probably the most important in terms of gearing up to make cold sales calls, is that you have to think about what's in it for the person answering the phone. What type of value is it that you can provide to them for picking up the phone? And then provide them that value. Is it some information that would make their day better, that would make their business better? What is that piece of information that you can provide to them to keep that conversation going? Because ultimately, when you make that cold sales call, you're not going to want to sell the entire package that you have. I mean, they don't really know, like, and trust you yet. You have to have these little micro commitments down the road. So maybe the first thing is, I would love to learn more about you and your business because I have a lot of clients that are in common with yours. So I could actually refer people to you, and I'd love to learn more about you so I could feel comfortable referring more clients to you. That was one way that I always started strategic alliance conversations off, because at that point, the person's going, wait a second, this person is asking me for anything. They're actually offering to give me clients, and all I have to do is have a 10-15 minute conversation with coffee? Heck yes, sign me up. It's all in those little micro commitments as you go, get them to know, like, and trust you. And at the end of the day, you're helping somebody make their lives better. You're obviously improving your life as well, and everybody's happy. I hope you found this video super helpful for you. If you did, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below. Share it with some friends and colleagues. Make some comments, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and do that right there. That way you get notified every time I put new content out here weekly, every Tuesday and Friday. Now, I've also put together a couple other videos, we'll put those right here and here, that are designed to help grow your business through presentation, performance, and getting you more profits. So until next time, you have a great day.